Hello there, and welcome back. Now today, as some of you may have noticed, last week Smith Kotzen recently released a new single, Scars, adding on to the lovely little insight that we have so far into the project that they're going to be releasing later this year. Albeit, the timing of this video is going to be off by a couple of days because it was Adrian Smith's birthday on Sunday and there was a bit more chatter going on. I still think we talked about it once. I liked what the project was going for. Why not talk about it again? As there is quite a bit to unpack. And in no way, shape or form I would want to take advantage of talking about something I enjoy anyway, to maybe get some extra clicks due to appropriate timing. No. I would never do that. Let's just get this out of the way immediately. I preferred Scars quite a bit more. And I like the versatility that these two blokes are showing. I'm excited. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you're familiar, it is indeed time to grab your cup of joe, so to speak, and caffeine up. So, now that's done and out of the way, let's get into a little bit more detail, shall we? So the easiest way for me to talk about the new single, Scars, is to compare it to the first one. First single, taking my chances, high gain, massive energy. Frankly, a level of energy which would be noteworthy even from individuals half their age, and lovely tone and phrasing to have some crunchy rhythm bits, some cool lead sections, and just kind of meshing it all together for a cool song. This individual piece is a bit more delicate, a bit deeper, both with regards to the lyrics, the arpeggiated, more delicate intro, and the slightly slower and more pensive tone of the song. I believe this shows us some insight with regards to the versatility that we can expect from these blokes. And if you watch the previous discussion that we held here, one of my main points of contention with regards to the song and the project of Smith Kotzen in the first place was, as much as I love Adrian Smith as a guitarist in his work with Iron Maiden, I had never really associated him with the idea of being a singer. And I kind of got the impression that the vocals in the first song left me with a lingering feeling that I felt like there was something missing from the vocal section. That is absolutely not the case in this song. For whatever reason, maybe it just struck me the wrong way, or maybe I just needed to get more used to the idea of listening to Adrian Smith as a singer, but in this particular context, his slightly warmer vocal tones really fit in with both the guitars, the bass, and the drums, and kind of everything they have going on. And it has some expression to it, so, you know, that's not something that's completely gratuitous. So really, a step in the right direction for sure with this project. But stop right there. If you are thinking that this is just some pansy project with nothing else to offer but some cool arpeggiated chords and just some dude singing about his feelings, go no further.
But Fred, what you're saying in no way depicts something that I would expect from Adrian Smith or Richie Kotzen. I expect sick tones, sick solos, and good showmanship, and here, my good sir, nothing of the sort has come about. Explain yourself.
My answer to such concerns would be, do not worry whatsoever. If you recall from my first impressions of the previous song, Taking My Chances, I absolutely adored the guitar tone, that crunch that really made the guitar and the rhythm section stand out as opposed to your bass and drums, really focusing on those delicious, scrumptious, earthy mid-tones, if you will. And that's still quite present and prevalent right here. And zeroing in on the mission statement, really, of this new project that these wonderful musicians are diving into, this core bluesy influence of having a bit of a backwards and forwards between the guitar and the vocals and the rhythm guitar and the lead is quite present, and this rhythm guitar playing really leads into some lead guitar licks and responses back into the melody, and there's a good mesh of antithesis which works quite effectively in this song, which, funnily enough, leads to some really fun solo sections that come about. So these two are really fucking good guitarists in their own right, and consequently, we cannot expect these men to abstain from bringing anything to the table from the past projects. The solo sections work really effectively with the both of them alternating each other with phrasing and different lead sections, which I think works quite well, and would speak, in my opinion, to a good dynamic between the two of them, which hopefully means we can continue to expect the same level of quality in this music moving forwards. And frankly, leaves a bit of space for improvisation, because these are live musicians after all. That came across immediately, wanting to leave themselves some space to move around and wiggle in live settings. And that comes across here. And mind you, my lovely viewers, if you would like to stay updated on all this juicy new music that's coming out recently, please do consider clicking that subscription button down below to stay tuned with all my opinions and thoughts on this lovely music as it comes out. So the only things I have left to say really are that Scars is a really promising follow-up from Taking My Chances. It addressed some of the weaker elements of the first song and gave me a bit more variety, which is really what I enjoy looking for. Don't know if I really made that obvious enough, and I'm just happy about the new music, I'm happy about the project, and it's really cool. That being said, good project. I like what's going on. There's some good chemistry there, and the music that's coming out is very high quality. And I'm excited. Although I sound like a bit of a broken record and I say that all the time. I just like listening to good music, innit? So, I mean, what can you do? Thank you very much for sticking with me so far. Feel free to give me your thoughts on the new songs. Have I pretty much nailed it on the head? Or am I just an idiot who goes to the trouble of using a plush toy as a counterpart for my argument? Frankly, probably the latter, but still, I'd like to hear what you think. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe down below if you want to stay up to date or hear my fresh, spicy opinions on all this new lovely music that's coming out at the moment. And stay safe. I'm fucking off.